thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. Russ Callaway. I think I read somewhere along the line, I think, could be wrong, the 23rd coach of Joe Judge's staff. Woo! We got a lot of coaches. But I'll tell you what, I'm really excited about this one. Young, bright mind, from one from college, another one having ties also to Alabama, another one also ties to Joe Judge. Now, he spent 2 years with Alabama, helping coaching the linebackers. The 2 years he was there with Alabama, they won national championships. He helped Kirby Smart. He coached the inside linebackers. Then after 2 years at Alabama, no more defense. Pretty much after that, it's all offense. He helped the wide receivers at Murray State. He was there for 2 years. Then he spent 5 years at Sanford, where predominantly was an offensive coordinator. And boy, I'll tell you what, they put up some phenomenal numbers. And he was a senior in 2020. He went to LSU as like a senior offensive analysis for LSU for 1 year. Then the Giants, obviously, they got him. They got him now. But I'm very excited about this one. A bright mind, young mind, fresh from college. He's going to inject, I think, some positive offensive, philosophies that I think Jason Garrett may not have. Hey, same thing with me, guys. I'm from the old school. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, pass when you gotta. Maybe a long bomb every now and then and stuff like that. But you got to get into the 21st century, and that's so important. And what I like about him, which is so important, is he takes what he has and he figures out a way to take the players that he has and make them get the best out of them. Let me show you somebody else. Ask you a question here. See if you can figure out who this guy is in this video, because this guy also got the best of what he had. Let's see if you can figure out who this guy is. Okay. It's December 14th, 1975. Yeah, we're going back a few years. This game here is going into overtime. The score is 7-7. Yes, I said 7-7. Usually it's nowadays when the game goes in overtime, it's 57-57. But this game is 7-7 going into overtime. This is Coach Ted Marchibroda right here. He's the coach of the Baltimore Colts. Yes, the Colts played in Baltimore. They're playing the Miami Dolphins. Colts have to win this game to have a chance to win the division and make the playoffs. So this is huge. So this is just before overtime starting. He's getting the troops around. He's rallying them up. He's getting them fired up. He's telling them, we got to score, guys. We got to score. We got to win. He's getting them all fired up. So I'm not worried about Coach Marchibroda here. Who I want to know is, who's this guy right over here? See this guy with the brown hair? Right around here. This person right here is 23 years old. I want to know, who is this person? This person right here, okay, with the brown hair is making $25 a week. All right, so it's not where you come from, it's where you go. All right, he's making $25 a week and he's 23 years old. Now I'm going to start the video because for a split second you'll be able to see his face. And then I'll have to stop it, okay? Here we go. Okay, here he is. This guy is 23 years old. He's making $25 a week. All right, it's not where you come from, it's where you go. So who is this guy right here? Do you know who that guy is? That guy, as I said in the video, he's making $25 a week. Now, on a 40-hour work week, get your calculators out, that's 62.5 cents an hour. It's same thing with Russ Callaway. It doesn't matter where he came from. Valdosta State, I believe it was. That's where he quarterbacked at. He came from Murray. He came from Sanford. Now he's in the NFL. Right? So it doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you're going. Same thing with the guy in the video there. It's Bill Belichick. Doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you're going. Bill Belichick, 1975, was an assistant to Ted Marchibroda, the head coach. Not assistant head coach. No, just probably did anything that if Ted Marchibroda wanted a cup of coffee, he probably got him a cup of coffee. If you wanted him to go get a box of chalk because his chalk ran out, or he's drawing on the diagram, he probably wanted to go a box of chalk. He did anything he could to get into an organization. So he was making $25 a week, and as I said, on a 40-hour work week, it's 62.5 cents an hour. He made $25 a week. A lot of you guys out there probably, hopefully, making more than that per hour, right? And he was making that in a week. But also, Bill Belichick, it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you're going. But also, what Bill Belichick does, now, it does help that you have Tom Brady as your quarterback. I'll give you that. But Bill Belichick's very good at taking what he has and beating what you got. Nothing shows that better than in the 1991 Super Bowl when they went up against the Bills. His defensive game plan for that Super Bowl against the Bills is in the Hall of Fame. It was that good. The Giants could not get into a track meet with the Bills. Could not. They had to slow them down. And what the game plan they designed to slow the Bills down was they were going to have to let Thurman Thomas get 100 yards rushing, which he did. I think he had 190 yards total in the game between pass receiving and rushing. He was the best player on the field that day. He should have got the MVP, but usually they don't give the MVPs to somebody on a losing team, so they gave it to O.J. Anderson. But his game plan to slow down Buffalo's passing offense was absolutely phenomenal. Sometimes they rushed three guys most of the time. Two defensive linemen, maybe Lawrence Taylor. Those guys got tired, let me tell you. Sometimes I think he only rushed two guys. They put like 8 or 9 guys in coverage. You can only send so many guys out on offense. So you can only send 5 guys at the most out. Pass receiving. You got to have 5 guys in, and you got the quarterback. Leaves you 5 guys. You put 5 guys out there, and you got 9 guys in coverage. That means almost everybody's double coverage. And when they did catch the ball, the Bills, they got hit because there was a lot of guys there, and they were instructed to hit them and hit them hard, and that they did. That was the only way the Giants could win that Super Bowl. They had to run the ball, control the clock, but on defense, they had it. That's the only way that they could slow the Bills down and beat them, and that they did. And they said Bill Belichick is extremely good at taking what he has, game planning stuff up to beat what you got, and that's what Russ Callaway does. When he was with Alabama, helping Kirby Smart. Now he wasn't the defensive coordinator, okay, but he helped assist with the inside linebackers. But I'll tell you what, in 2011, they're unbelievable. They gave up less than 10 points per game. They gave up less than 200 yards per game on defense. They won the national championship. 2012 is a season I'd like to forget because I'm a Notre Dame fan, and Alabama just whooped up on Notre Dame, 42-14. I think it was in the championship game. Notre Dame, I think, had like 35 yards rushing the whole game. Now it does. Also, it's when you're down by 300 points, you're not going to run the ball very much. But I mean, Notre Dame couldn't run the ball. Once again, Alabama, they gave up like 10 or 11 points per game the whole season on defense. Their defense was just phenomenal. Absolutely. They gave up a little over 200 yards on defense. So he went from there, having success, coaching, helping with the defense. Then he went from there Then he went to Murray State, where he predominantly helped the wide receivers for 2 years. So he's got some flexibility. So Valdosta State, he quarterbacked there. His career was cut short for an injury, but he was a quarterback. So then he coached the inside linebackers. Then he went to Murray State, where he did the wide receivers. Then he went to Sanford, and he was a decent amount of their offensive coordinator most of the time. And well, I'll tell you what, they could put up some numbers. But one of the most impressive ones is his ability in the red zone. The stats he has in the red zone are just phenomenal. Like in 2018, the red zone, it was like 89 or 90% in the red zone. In 2016, when he was with Sanford too, it was the same thing. The red zone percentage was almost about 90%. That's absolutely phenomenal. Then, because you go back to with the Giants, okay, and let's not forget when they played the Rams, right? At the end, it was down 17-9. Down the end of the game, we got the ball. We need to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion to tie the game to send it in overtime. We failed. But let us not forget, we lost 17-9. We kicked 3 field goals. Talking about needing help in the red zone. We got inside the red zone. Well, one time I think we got to the 20. So we kicked a 37-yard field goal. Then we got to the 18-yard line, and we kicked a 35-yard field goal. Then we got down to the 10-yard line, and we kicked a 27-yard field goal. Could you imagine if those 3 times in the red zone, okay, if we scored 2 touchdowns and kicked 1 field goal, right? We'd have 17 points. Then now at the end of the game, now we're driving. We just need a field goal. We don't need to get a touchdown. Just get in the field goal range. And that Graham Gano win us the game. We could have won that game. But how many times this year we got inside the red zone and just... So he's going to help, hopefully, with that. If we had a better red zone offense this year, we certainly could have won another ball game or 2, without question, and we would have made it to the playoffs. But it is what it is. But I mean, the passing yards per game he had with Sanford is just absolutely incredible. The total offense they had per game is just phenomenal. So the red zone, huge. He also helped mentor Devlin Hodges from Pittsburgh. He had over 14,000 yards passing in his career at FCS. That's a record. It broke Steve McNair's record. So, when he was with Murray, he helped some of the wide receivers have phenomenal years. When he was with Sanford, he helped their offense really, really. And I'll tell you what, I'm very, very excited that we have him, because now if Jason Garrett starts not doing too good, now we got some backups, possibly Rob Sale. We might have Freddie Kitchens. And we get Russ Callaway, possibly. So I think some of what Judge is doing is if we start losing some guys, he might have guys as backups. So you can just plug them right in there. If Jason Garrett gets a coaching job, or he gets fired because we stink again, he has guys, fresh minds that he can just put in place, and hopefully get the most out of what we got, because we got some weapons. If like with Russ Callaway, if he can help us get the most out of what we got and help score a few more points per game, look out. We're looking for a decent season. And then, of course, see what we'll end up getting in the draft. But I'll tell you what, I'm very, very happy, very, very excited to have Russ Callaway on our coaching staff. Hopefully he'll be here with us for quite some time. Nice, fresh, young mind. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there, and go Giants. Woo!